Okay, good afternoon, all of you. So, in continuation with our yesterday's lecture, today we'll start our next mask and applying technique or method, that is photoregister masking technique. Okay, now generally people call this technique as a photochemical machining. Okay, due to that only here I have written the photochemical machining. Okay, this piece in short it is called PCM. So PCM is the part of chemical machining. Okay, it is just a mask and applying technique. Okay, photoregister mask or photochemical machining both are same. Okay, so for your kind information just I have tell you. Okay, so actually this PCM technique it is used for complicated parts. For complicated parts, this technique is very useful for again for generating the very accurate shape. This technique is or this method is very useful method. Okay, okay. So for accurate surface or for complicated shape generation, you can use this photochemical machining process. And uh, in this machining process there are some standard steps are given that you have to follow during the your process. Okay, so I will show this diagram. Okay, with the help of this diagram I will explain all the steps. So first steps, a step for this PCM is that first you have to prepare enlarged drawing of your job. Okay, so initially very enlarged view of the part to be machined. Okay, or the part which you want to produce on your workpiece. So it's a enlarged view you have to prepare. Okay, and in old days initially very enlarged view of the part is actually generated after consideration of the undercut. Okay, firstly you have to consider that undercut. Okay, last lecture I have told that that undercut consideration, that each factor firstly you have to consider while designing the drawing. So first step is to prepare the enlarged drawing, okay, of the part. Okay, so that is again after consideration of undercut that you have to prepare. And generally in old days artists actually making this enlarged view of the part. And so after that the the photograph and that artwork, okay, whatever the artwork is, that is produced. Okay, and that artwork means what? It is reduced to the your original size. Okay, which is highly accurate photography master transparency. It is used for the your drawing. Okay, so first you have to prepare the enlarged drawing, then you have to reduce that drawing to your original scale. Okay, that means in master transparency paper you can uh, take your drawing. Okay, master transparency. Okay, then highly that accurate photography master transparency it is generated. And after that or you can make that master transparency master fill by laser pattern generator also. Okay, you can use uh, laser pattern generation also. Okay, nowadays that pencil papers are also used. And CAD models normally with the help of the computers. Okay, CAD models are prepared, and then it takes the CAD model into the system. Okay, and then produce the feature directly on your photo master film. Okay, so that whatever the photo tool is, that is called photo master film. Okay, or that master transparency or okay, photo tool, photo master film, so all are equal. Okay, ज्याचं आपल्याला मशीनिंग पाहिजे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल मला एक ड्रॉइंग आहे आणि त्यात फक्त काय आपल्याला की होल पाडायचे. ओके, तर ते होल कुठं कुठं पाडायचे तुमच्या वर पीसवर त्याचं ड्रॉइंग पहिल्यांदा तुम्हाला कॅड नावडेज. ओके, इन कॉम्प्युटर विथ द हेल्प ऑफ द कॅड सॉफ्टवेअर we have to draw the your model. okay, CAD model, and then you have to take its that film, or you have to take the its printout on the tinsel paper or master transparency paper also. Okay, that is called photo master film. Okay, and in earlier days, artists actually generally will make firstly bigger size. Okay, then it is actually reduced to its original size, and then it is made on the photo master film. Okay, photo master film. Okay, so these are the two main steps. आता आपलं तुमचं जे ड्रॉइंग आपल्याला पाहिजे वर्क पीसवर, किंवा जे कॅव्हिटी आपल्याला मशीन आपल्या वर्क पीसवर पाहिजे, ते कॅव्हिटी तुम्ही ड्रॉइंग बनवलं. ओके, then simultaneously you have to clean your workpiece thoroughly with the help of chemical. So part is chemically cleaned. Okay, for what purpose? To remove the whatever the dust or whatever the outside layers are there, no, on your workpiece surface. So to remove that, your workpiece should be chemically cleaned. Okay, so after that, thin coating of photoresist. Okay, thin coating of photoresist, it is applied on your workpiece. Okay, now in chemical machining we know that we wearing applying the maskant to protect your surface from your itching action, correct? Same way here, instead of maskant, here it is calling here it is called photoresist. ओके, मास्कनच्या ठिकाणी तर आपण काय म्हणायचं, फोटो रजिस्टर. ओके, फोटो रजिस्टर फंक्शन काय असणार आहे, तो टू प्रोटेक्ट द सरफेस ऑफ द वर्क पीस पोर्शन फ्रॉम द इचिंग ऍक्शन. म्हणजे ज्या सरफेसवरून आपल्याला मटेरियल रिमूव्ह करायचं नाही त्या ठिकाणी फोटो रजिस्टर आला पाहिजे. ओके, बट फर्स्टली यू हॅव टू अप्लाय द फोटो रजिस्टर ऑन your that workpiece portion. Okay, so you have to apply thin coating of photoresist. Actually that photoresist, actually light activated etchant resistant materials are there. Okay, photoresist means what? Light activated etchant resistant method material. So thin coating of this photoresist, actually it is deposited on the part on the workpiece. Okay, and once we have deposited, then after some time you have to dry by baking action. Okay, you have to dry your that workpiece. Okay, where you have applied that photoresist, no? So that you have to dry it by the baking, and after that your photoresist. Okay, your photoresist, that photoresist, okay, that coating, then photo master film, that means the that your model, okay, on that transparency paper on which you have taken the CAD model. Okay, or you can call it is a master transparency master fill. Okay, or you can call photo master fill. Okay, whatever photo tool also. So photo regist, photo master film, and workpiece. So this all it is normal. It is made together. Okay, then it is kept together in contact, intimate contact, and very strong. After that, uh, holding your reduced to master, that photo master, along with the workpiece having on which we have the coating of photo. So you have to hold, okay, for intimate for some time, and after that very strong ultraviolet rays, that is UV rays, actually it is thrown through the photomaster on your workpiece. Okay, after holding that reduced photomaster and workpiece together, you have to throw the UV rays, UV light, ultraviolet light through the your photomaster on your workpiece. And after some time and after development, okay, after development, now development means what? Once that UV rays will penetrate through the your workpiece. Okay, that means from your photo register. Okay, photo register means what? Wherever the drawing will be there. Okay, that means that black surface. ड्रॉइंग म्हणजे काय, ब्लॅक सरफेस असणार ना, आणि राहिलेला पार्ट हा ब्लँक राहणार. तर ब्लँक मधून काय होणार, ब्लँकच्या फोटो रजिस्टर मधून ते तुमचा इरेज पास होणार. सो दॅट पोर्शन विल बी बिकम, जिथं तुमची ड्रॉइंग आहे, ओके, तिथला एरिया काय होणार, ऍज इट इज राहणार, तिथे युरेज पास होणार नाही. सो दॅट विल बी ऍज इट इज, अँड रिमेनिंग strong one. So that is called the develop. And after development, uh, that coating, okay, whatever the photo register coating is there, no, actually it is removed, okay, from all areas where the itching is to be taken bas जिथून जिथून इचिंग करायचं ज्या सरफेस मटेरियल रिमूव्ह करायचं ज्या पोर्शन तिथला तुमचं फोटो रजिस्टर पुन्हा आफ्टर डेव्हलपमेंट यू हॅव टू रिमूव्ह सो नाव a part is then you can dip your workpiece inside your etchant bath or container chemically, okay, and whatever the residual photoregister is there, okay, actually that it is stripped out after that, okay, and by this photochemical machining you can do the etching action, that means removal of the uh, that work removal of the material from the that workpiece, that will happen, okay, and after that etching action for the some desired depth up to some desired depth up to uh, some desired time, okay, after that you have to take out your that workpiece, then you have to uh, see whether some photoresist film is there or coating is there, that you have to strip out, and then after inspection you have to wash that your whatever the final workpiece with the help of a chemical, and then after that you will get the your machined component, okay. So using this photochemical machining you can achieve up to point not 25 that accuracy, and that can be achieved, and okay, so this is the different method or different steps of the photo chemical machining, okay. First once again I will repeat with the help of this diagram. First we have to clean the workpiece, then we have to drip or spray the workpiece uh, to apply the photo register coating, then photo register coating is deposited on your workpiece, then you have to apply the photo tool, sorry, on that photo register, so that photo register may be a negative or positive, okay. What does it mean by photo register positive or negative, that I will explain. And after that you have to apply the your that master pattern, that means your transparency paper or photo master film, okay, over the your workpiece, okay. On that workpiece your photo register will be there, on that you have to use your photo register. So then after that, by holding your photo master workpiece together you have to throw the UV light for a desired time, and after that UV light the development will happen, and after development you have to remove the undesirable coating, okay. Wherever you uh, want to remove the material from that surface, you have to remove your photoresist, and after that you have to dip or your workpiece inside a kitchen tank, kitchen container, or you can spray kitchen on your workpiece, and after some desire after achieving the desired depth of your that cavity, or after some desired time you have to take out your workpiece, then you have to remove the remaining photo register, and after that you have to inspect your that product, and then after cleaning you will get the machined component, okay. So these are the different steps, okay. Here also I have shown that, okay. First you have to prepare the, you can see CAD drawing, okay. Actually nowadays this user, then simultaneously you have to clean your that workpiece, that metal cleaning, okay. And then on metal cleaning you have to apply the photoresist coating, like maskant here photoresist will be there, okay. Photoresist means the own chemical, okay. Now in that simultaneously you have to take that CAD drawing on the photo tool, okay, that photo master film, okay. Then you have to place together this that your photo workpiece on that photo registering coating will be there, and on that your photo master film will be there, okay. By taking the together you have to go for the exposure of the UV light on that your uh, workpiece, okay. And after development you have after development that your material will become the strong, where UV rays will pass that surface, or that portion will become uh, strong, that means development will happen, and where UV will not pass, that surface will be as it is. That means from that portion only we have to remove the material, and after that that exposure, you have to remove the that your photoresist. Okay, where from you have to remove the, from where you have to remove the material. Okay, that is called development. Okay, and then you have to go for the etching action. Okay, and after etching you have to remove the remaining photoresist, that is stripping of the that photoresist, and then you will get the finished product. So these are the finished steps. Okay, these are the standard steps that you have to follow. Okay, in all cases you have to follow this. Okay, now here the photoresistor having the two types, normal photoresistor. One is the negative, and another is called a positive photoresistor. Okay, here with the help of one diagram I will explain that what is my negative and positive. See, you can see this example. First we have taken the your metal, that is workpiece, we have cleaned chemically. Then we have to apply the photoresist coating on your workpiece. Correct, here we have used the photoresist. Now, and on that photoresist we have placed your photomaster film. Okay, photomaster film on which drawing will be there. See, now drawing having the same this black portion, that means from that black portion we have to remove the material. Okay, and if we use negative photoresist, then what will happen, whatever this black portion is you are seeing on the photo tool, no? So from that portion UV rays will pass, will not pass if you use the negative photoresist. Okay, जो ब्लॅक पोर्शन दिसतोय तिथून युव्ही पास होणार नाही, पण जो बाजूचा जो ब्लँक सरफेस दिसतोय तिथं युव्ही पास होणार आहे. इथं काय म्हणतो तुम्ही निगेटिव्ह फोटोरेजिस्ट वापरतोय. करेक्ट, ब्लँक पोर्शन मधनं फक्त तुमचं युव्ही पास होणार आहे, तिथला पोर्शन तुमचा स्ट्रॉंग होणार आहे, आणि जे ब्लँक म्हणून होणार आणि ब्लॅक जो आहे तिथून जाणार नाही, सो ॲज इट राहणार. सो आफ्टर युव्ही पासिंग काय होणार, हे जे राहिलेला पार्ट आहे ब्लॅक असेल तिथलं आपल्याला काय करायचं, फोटोरेजिस्ट काढायचा. ओके, म्हणजे काय होणार, तो पोर्शन फक्त आपण इचिंगसाठी फ्री केला. ओके, अदर पोर्शनवर तुमचा कोटिंग आहे तसं राहणार फोटो रजिस्टर. ओके, आता बघा पुन्हा तुम्ही इचिंग केल्यानंतर काय होणार आहे, जिथं जिथं ब्लॅक होतं तिथलं काय होणार, मटेरियल रिमूव्ह केलं. यू कॅन सी हिअर. ओके, तिथला पोर्शन म्हणजे जर मला खड्डा पाडायचा, ही बॅक पोर्शन म्हणजे काय, तुमच्या ड्रॉइंग मध्ये खड्डा कॅव्हिटी बनवायचे, तर तुम्ही निगेटिव्ह पोर्शन निगेटिव्ह फोटोरेजिस्ट असा वापरू शकतो. आता सेम वे जर मी पॉझिटिव्ह वापरलं असतं तर पॉझिटिव्ह फोटोरेजिस्ट, आय एम टेलिंग अबाउट द पॉझिटिव्ह फोटो रेजिस्ट, सेम ड्रॉइंग असतं तर काय झालं असतं, पॉझिटिव्ह फोटो रेजिस्टर जो वापरला तर युव्ही रेज ह्या ब्लँक जो आहे ना तिथून पास झालं नसतं, फक्त जो ब्लॅक पोर्शन दिसतो ना तिथून युव्ही रेज पास झाला असता, तिथला सरफेस स्ट्रॉंग झाला असता. ओके, आणि तिथलं मटेरियल इचिंगच्या टायमाला निघलं नसतं, बाजूचं जे आहे ते युव्ही रेज पास नाही झाल्यामुळे तिथलं निघलं असतं. ओके, तर मी काय केलं असतं, तर इचिंग काय झालं असतं की बाजूला निघला असेल, म्हणजे खड्डा बाजूला पडला असता, आणि जो ब्लॅक पोर्शन जे ब्लॅक ड्रॉइंग दिसतंय तिथला ऍज इट इज पोर्शन राहिला असेल. ओके, म्हणजे जर तुम्हाला एखादं लोगो वगैरे जर इच करायचं असेल, ओके, बनवा असेल, तर बघा की बाबा आपलं नाव आहे तसं ठेवू शकतो वर. ओके, लाकडात वगैरे बघतो आपण बघा, वुडन ब्लॉक मध्ये बाजूचा भाग आपण कट केला आणि वरचा फक्त राहतो, त्या टायमाला आपण कोणतं निगेटिव्ह वापरू, पॉझिटिव्ह वापरू शकतो आपण. आता निगेटिव्ह फोटोरेजिस्ट दोन्ही ऍप्लिकेशनसाठी वापरू शकतो. ओके, खड्डा पाडायसाठी फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आणि बाजूचं रिमूव्ह करण्यासाठी सुद्धा. ओके, लाईकवाईज यू हॅव टू प्रिपेअर द ड्रॉइंग. You have to take into the consideration. Okay, these are the standard steps. Now, the photoresist having the different chemicals. Okay, we are going to use different. So in the next practical, I am going to show the practical of PCM. That time, I am going to show the what chemicals we are using. Then that development solution also we have different. Okay, development म्हणजे काय, जिथं आपल्याला वर पीस रिमूव्ह करायचं आहे तिथलं फोटोरेजिस्ट बाजूला काढायचं आफ्टर दॅट युव्ही एक्सपोजर. ओके, सो इन दॅट डेव्हलपमेंट ऍक्च्युअली इट इज dipped inside the development. Okay, and each and सुद्धा दुसरा असणार आहे. So these are the standard. So now I request all of you, please write down these all steps, huh? Whatever the steps I have written here, so please write down these steps. These are standard steps that you have to follow. Okay, many students every year, maybe out of 35 or 33, minimum 3 to 4 project groups B final year, they are going for the project related to this PCM. Okay, because in our college, in our department, we have the facility of this PCM. Okay, 2D as well as the 3D PCM facility we have, because from BRNS, that government organization here, they have given the 28 lakh rupees for developing the 3D PCM facility in our department. Okay, so in the next practical I am going to show the actual practical of this PCM, how to produce the how to go for the machining using the PCM. Okay, so I will give 2 minutes to draw this chart. Okay, steps. So all of you, please write down these all steps. Yeah, simultaneously, once again, I will explain the steps in PCM. Okay, various steps to be followed that I have shown in this figure. Okay, various steps to be followed in photochemical machining is given over here, and this is very important process. Okay, very commonly used process for production of the complicated shapes. Okay, again the production of the accurate parts. Okay, so in that first step is that prepare the enlarged drawing, accounting for overhead or undercut, overcut, and then workpiece thoroughly, and after cleaning you have to apply the photoresist on your workpiece, and after that you have to dry the workpiece by baking process or heating process, and after that you have to hold your reducer photomask and workpiece together for a certain period of time, but they should stick with each other. That care we have to take. And after that then you have to throw the UV light on your master photo film or the photo master. Okay, through that on your workpiece that you have to throw. Then after that remove after that you have to remove the undesirable coating from the workpiece. Okay, that means you have to remove the coating from the area where itching or chemical reaction is to uh, take place. Okay, जिथलं मटेरियल रिमूव्ह करायचं तिथलं कोटिंग आपल्याला रिमूव्ह करायचं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड डेव्हलपमेंट. ओके, and then after that remove the whatever the dipping of your workpiece inside the etchant or spraying of etchant on the workpiece. The same process will be as follow. Okay, the rest of process is same as we have done in case of the cut and peel method of screen printing. So after machining has taken place, after that you have to remove the photoregister. Okay, then you have to inspect your that product or the component, then you have to clean it, and then you get the machined workpiece. Okay, so this is a photochemical machining, all the steps. So I will give 2 minutes to write down this. So in this chemical machining we have covered this PCM technique also. If any question will ask in exam related to PCM, then this drawing diagram must be uh, drawn. Okay, because this is very important. Now let us go for next part. Again, this same diagram I have shown, this chart. Now, choice of the mask and nature, because with that in respect of workpiece material, we have to choose your mask and material, then each. So we should go for the choice of mask and etchant. So which mask should be taken for the given workpiece? Actually, it depends upon which etchant you are using. Okay, because etchant should not react with your mask as well as vice versa. Okay, that care we have to take. Okay, so depending on that mask, that workpiece material, you have to select mask count and then etchant. Okay, so which type of workpiece material you are using, that also it is important. So it should be first that uh, choice of mask normally it is totally depend on the type of etchant, then type of workpiece. Okay, again the mask count, it should be stable at high temperature. Okay, it should be stable at high temperature. That mask count should not have any chemical reaction or chemical effect on the workpiece. That care also we have to choose. So depend on that, you have to choose the mask count. Okay, again that etchant. So etchant, no, actually it changes metal into metal, that changes metal into the metal side. And actually there are various etchants are used like FeCl3. So that FeCl3 etchant you can use for aluminum, copper, nickel. Okay, then FeNO3 you can use for the silver material. Then HF etchant you can use for the titanium. Then HNO3 etchant you can use for the tool steel. Okay, now here you can see for which workpiece material, which mask material is suitable, or how which we have to select. So that chart here I have given. So actually this chart I have taken from one of the reputed research journal paper. Okay, so you can see if you are having the workpiece of aluminum or alloys, then that time you have to take masking material as a polymer or a butyl rubber or neoprene. Okay, then if your workpiece material is iron based alloy, then you can use masking material as polymer, polyvinyl chloride, poly ethylene butyl rubber also. Okay, and if your workpiece is nickel, then you can use magnesium workpiece material is that a masking material. Polymer you can use for copper alloy, then titanium silicon you can use the polymer. Again in that polymer we have the different types. Okay, polymer in that we have the different types, that also you should make note of. Okay, these are the choice of etchant. Okay, now during the again that selection of the etchant, various factors should be considered. Okay, as mentioned here. Okay, that means the uh, that means your surface finish that is required on your machine surface. That factor also very important. Then material remove rate, then depth of penetration. That is also important factor to be considered while selecting the etchant. Okay, then type of workpiece. Okay, that is also definitely it is important. So the etchant should be able to chemically react with your workpiece. Okay, and it should dissolve the workpiece material. Okay, that means etchant should react with your workpiece and it should dissolve your workpiece material. That is important. And again selection of etchant, it is also depend on the what type of maskant is being used, because etchant should not react with the maskant material. So otherwise what happen, you will not get the desired workpiece up to the machine. Okay, and again the etchant, it should not damage your workpiece in any way. Okay, so whereas so very important point is that etchant should be most important is that etchant should be available, easily available, and it should not be very expensive. Otherwise what will happen, cost of product is going to be high if your etchant cost is very high. Okay, so in many cases that may not be acceptable to the your user or your that customer. So there are certain that limitations are there while selecting the etchant. Okay, so these points, that means the surface finish, then material remove rate, depth of penetration, type of workpiece, type of masking. So these points we have to take into the account while selecting the etchant. Okay, now you can see here. Okay, as I have mentioned that etchant normally it dissolves your workpiece metal by changing it into the metallic salt. Okay, so it is called the chemical dissolution. Okay, that goes into solution. And here I have given, as I already mentioned, that some of the etchants here I have mentioned, like FeCl3, okay, that you can use for the aluminum, copper, nickel, and their alloys workpiece. Then FeNO3 that you can use for this. Okay, silver, FeNO2. Then HF you can use for titanium, and then HNO3 you can use for tool steel. Okay, so again other etchant you can, it is normally it is used for chromic acid, that etchant, okay, are used that are chromic acid, ammonium persulfide. Okay, so that also important, that is also. Now, I will show the for which workpiece which maskant is suitable and which etchant we have to select. You can see here I have given the maskant and etchant for different workpiece mode. Again, this chart I have taken from one of the research paper. Okay, because workpiece metal, depending on workpiece metal, your maskant will be different. Okay, you can see aluminum. For aluminum you can take etchant as FeCl3 or NOCH polymer you can use as a maskant. Knowing that again polymer having the different types, polyethylene here I have given. Then what will be etching rate for that particular etchant, that value also I have given. For aluminum, if you use FeCl3, then etchant rate in mm per minute, that is also I have given 0.1 not 132 point not 25. And what each factor we have to select or consider, that also I have given here. For aluminum 1.5 to 2, that each factor also we have to consider. Now yesterday I have told that each factor means what, the ratio of undercut divided by your depth of cut. Okay, so likewise this for different workpiece different agents are, we can use different maskants also used. Okay, okay, so take 1 minute just to see this. Okay, so we have talked I have explained that selection. Now along with this as this part we have some uh, advantages also of this process. So there are certain limit, sorry, certain merits or advantages are there for this particular process as compared to other process. So first thing is that you get good surface finish using this PCM technique. Okay, you will get close tolerance also using this, or you can maintain good tolerance on the your machine component using this PCM technique. Also, you can make tapered and stepped workpiece also. Okay, so these are the advantages. Again, here we do not require any highly skilled operator for this process also. Okay, because it is simply we have to follow the steps. So you can see that here also we have, I have given the some advantages and limitations. So advantages that remove material uniformly using this method can remove material uniformly. Then it is possible to make tapered sheets and structural members with close tolerance and good surface finish also can be achieved using this PCM. Then highly skilled operator are not required. But along with this merits, we have some limits. That means only few metals can be machined. Then using this PCM technique, some evolved gases collect sometimes under the mask, and it results in uneven etchant. Okay, that means stray cutting may occur sometime. Okay, again, whatever the material removal rate is there for this PCM, it is very low. Again, what are the chemicals used are corrosive in nature and maybe a toxic as well. Okay, again, in case of chemical machining of alloys, differential machining rates that results poor surface finishes also. Okay, now here I have given the applications. So So for producing complex configurations in delicate parts, you can use PCM. Then this PCM technique is, it is used in aviation industries for making aircraft wing panels. Again, to manufacture very thin laminations without burr, you can use PCM technique for that. Again, to produce or to manufacture printed circuit boards, that is PCB, you can use PCM. Again, in jewelries, uh, we can use PCM. Again, to produce turbine engine that contaminant rings, PCM technique is used. Again, to produce the pressure vessel bulkhead, PCM is used. There's some sheet metal components also are manufactured by PCM. The chemical uh, that PCM, okay, by PCM, in place of welding or riveting, you can use PCM for some sheet metal components manufacturing. Okay, and as I already mentioned that if you material is removed to produce blind holes, blind details, that time chemical milling it is called, that is pocket and channel. Okay, to reduce the weight. And if you use this chemical machining used for the production through cavity, through hole slots, that time chemical blanking it is called. Also, it is used for blanking complete parts from sheet by chemically etching. Okay, so these are the applications. So I hope you all guys got the point about this PCM. And here all points I covered about the chemical machining and PCM. Okay, so wait. Now I request all of you, please write down your roll number. Those who already written your roll number, no need to write once again. You can see actually another diagram. You can see this diagram for PCM. And next lecture, we will start our next topic, that is electrochemical machining. Okay, I will show some example of it. Just I will share another slide. So here also I have given that a process of PCM. You can see, you can see this already we have seen. Negative photo tool, a photoresist we have applied. So due to that only we got the cavity at the on which sorry, where we having the that black spot. Okay, you can see we got the cavity. Here you can see, if you use the negative photoresist and if you use the positive photoresist, what will happen? See, photo tool having the that black spot here. Okay, and if you use the negative photo resist, then where this black spot is there, from that photo that UV rays will not pass. So from that part only material will be removed. You can see cavities. And other hand, if you use the positive photoresist, then what will happen? Where the that black spot will be there on your photo tool, no? From that part, your UV rays will pass. Okay, if positive working photoresist will be there. Okay, so UV resist will pass through that part, and due to that, that part will become strong. Okay, and from other surrounding part portion, through that UV rays will not pass. So from that, if you remove the photoresist from on that portion, then on from that part only, or from that portion material will be removed. You can see photo register is same, sorry, photo tool is same, but if you use a different photo register, then you will get the different geometry. You can see in this slide, huh? So this is a very important. Okay, while a selection of that photo register, you have to take the care of. Okay, let's see positive and negative. Okay, and here I have given some examples of the shapes which are the produced by PCM, or which are blanked by the PCM. You can see actually these parts also available with us, okay, at our department. So these are the different component actually we can produce using PCM. Okay, now simultaneously I will write the attendance. Okay, so just again this actually this is different. You can see the that steps also. Okay, I'm writing your roll number. So those who have written a roll number and those who have written this steps of the process of PSEM, they can leave this meeting, no problem. Okay, so I think all of you have given attendance. So today, up to this point, we'll stop here, no problem. Okay, write down your roll number. Okay, so thank you very much. You can leave this meeting now.